Okay, imagine this. You open your investment apps and suddenly you're staying at 20 different stocks, a few random ETF, and some cryptos you impulsively buy at 2 a.m. in the morning. And honestly, it's just chaos. But let me tell you guys this. Been there, done that. It felt more like gambling than actually investing in my future. But what if I told you that investing doesn't have to be complicated or stressful? So in today's video, I'm diving into minimalist investing, why I simplify everything down to just 3 key assets, and how this strategy gave me a way better return, less anxiety, and more freedom. So if you're ready to cut through all these investment noises and build wealth, let's get into it. And one more thing, guys, this is not financial advice. This is simply my own opinion on how I do things. Number 1, what is minimalist investing? Now let's jump into number 1 about what exactly is minimalist investing, because honestly, when I first heard that term, I pictured someone putting money under their mattresses and calling it a day. But that wasn't the case, right? That was not what they were doing here. For me, minimalist investment is all about simplicity and intentionality. Owning fewer assets, but making sure that they're the right ones. It's basically the less is more philosophy applying directly towards your money. Instead of having a portfolio that clutters with a bunch of random stocks, trendy ETFs, and crypto coins you barely understand, minimalist investing is about focusing on just a handful of solid investing that actually align with your long-term goals. And here's why quality beats quantity every single time. When I first started investing, my portfolio was everywhere, and I was basically chasing the latest shiny object, hoping something would stick. But eventually, I realized I was wasting so much mental energy and time just trying to track all these different assets, and honestly, my return wasn't even that great. So I took a step back and simplified everything down to just 3 core investing. And suddenly, not only was I way less stressed out, but my return started to improve as well, because I actually focused on quantity asset that I genuinely understood and believed in. So if you're tired of feeling overwhelmed every time you check your portfolio, trust me, minimalist investment could seriously change the game for you. Just focus on a few high quality investment and watch your stress drop and your wealth grows. Number 2, my 3 asset portfolio. So when I decided to cut down my investment, choosing what to keep was tough at first, but once I figured it out, everything clicked, and investing became way less stressful and way more effective. So here's exactly what I own. First up, a broad market index fund, specifically something like the S&P 500 ETF. And why, you may ask? Well, because think about it, right? Trying to pick individual stock was like trying to predict the weather 6 months from now. Not fun, not effective. With a broad market index fund, I get instant diversification across hundreds of top companies. It's simple, low cost, and give a solid long-term return without the constant worry. Next, I got a bond fund, usually something like a total bond market fund. And I know exactly what you guys are thinking. Bonds aren't the most fun investment out there. But here's the thing. When the market goes a little crazy, and trust me, it does every single time, bonds provide a much needed stability. They're like that calm friend who balance out your more adventurous buddies, steady, reliable, and keep things grounded. And finally, I invest in real estate, specifically through Real Estate Investment Trust, REIT. Now, I love real estate and all, but I wasn't ready for the commitment or stress of being a landlord. And that's what makes REIT so perfect, right? They let you own a piece of real estate without dealing with the tenant drama or maintenance issue. Plus, they offer consistent dividends and add even more diversification to the mix. And the beauty of all these 3 assets is that they complement each other perfectly. Stock for growth, bond for safety, and real estate for consistent income and diversification. Simple, balanced, and easy to manage. And investing this way has totally simplified my life, free up my mental space, and gave me more confidence knowing that my money is working hard without me constantly needing to babysit it. Number 3, why I chose to limit my investing. Now, this decision was one of the best I've ever made for my peace of mind and finances. And here's the truth. When I first started investing, I fell into the trap of thinking that more is better. I had individual stocks, random ETF, mutual funds. It felt like my portfolio was turning into a giant mess. And I remember opening up my investment app, feeling overwhelmed, trying to track all these different type of assets, and even wondering to myself, am I even investing correctly, or if I was just throwing money everywhere and hoping something would click? And the worst part was the constant decision fatigue. Every time I had extra money to invest, I felt paralyzed. Do I buy more of this stock? That ETF? Is now a good time to invest in bond? It was mentally exhausting. So finally I said, enough is enough. I simplified down to just 3 assets. The moment I did that, everything changed. Suddenly, investing becomes stress-free. I wasn't second-guessing every choice because my strategy was clear and straightforward. Fewer assets meant less anxiety, fewer decisions, and more clarity on exactly where my money was going and why. And here's something interesting. Once I cut down to just 3 investing, I actually saw my return improve. And this may sound kind of backward, but less frequent buying and selling, fewer fees, and clearer decisions led to better overall performance. So the bottom line, limiting my portfolio wasn't about giving up opportunities. It was about getting a peace of mind, clarity, and confidence in my investment strategies. Now, I spend way less time stressing and way more time enjoying my life, knowing that my finances are on autopilot and growing steadily. Number 4, minimalist investing benefit, real life impact. Now let's get into the real life perk of minimalist investing, because simplifying my investment strategy didn't just impact my finances, it seriously upgraded my entire quality of life. Now here's the thing, back when my portfolio was complicated, packed full of random stocks, fun, whatever else caught my eyes, investing felt stressful and chaotic. I spent way too many evenings staring at chart, worrying about small market movement, and even stressing over tiny details that in hindsight didn't even matter. Not exactly how I wanted to be spending my free time, you know? But once I shifted to minimalist investing, just 3 solid assets, nothing fancy, everything clicked. Suddenly, I was spending way less time worrying about money and way more time actually living my life. Less complexity meant fewer decisions, fewer headaches, and way more financial clarity. My stress level went down and confidence went up. So minimalist investing also just aligned perfectly with my broader minimalist lifestyle. And you guys know how much I love intentionality, simplicity, and sustainability, and everything from my wardrobe to how I manage my money, right? So having a clear, streamlined portfolio felt exactly the same as decluttering my closet or apartment. Freeing and empowering. So a couple months after simplifying my portfolio, I noticed I had extra free time that I used to spend checking investing or second guessing financial moves. That was extra time I could have used for things that I generally love, like hanging out with friends or working on a creative project or even just relaxing without any guilt. My finances improved, sure, but my happiness and mental health improved even more. So minimalist investing isn't just about money, it's about creating a life where money supports your happiness instead of controlling it. So less stress, more freedom to actually enjoy the things you truly value. That's the real win. Number 5, how can you get started with minimalist investing? Now let's talk about what you can do if you're actually interested in starting minimalist investing, because trust me, you don't need some finance degree or a complicated spreadsheet to make this happen. Here's how I would approach it if I was starting today. First thing first, simplify your portfolio by choosing broad market fund or ETF that cover a big chunk of the market. Think of it as total stock market fund or even something as simple as the S&P 500 fund. The idea is to cover a lot of ground with few assets as possible. Second, automate everything. Seriously, automating is your best friend when it comes to minimalist investing. Set up automatic transfer from your paycheck directly into your investment account, whether it's weekly, monthly, whatever works for you. You'll save time and cut out emotional decision making. Next, declutter your finance. Get rid of random overlapping funds or those individual stocks you bought just because they were trending and don't even align with your bigger plan. It'll feel exactly just like cleaning out your closet, freeing and refreshing. And finally, make sure your investment actually aligns with your personal financial goals and values. Are you investing to retire early, to buy a house, travel more? Knowing your why makes it way much easier to stay consistent. Now here's a quick tip, don't overthink it. Minimalist investing isn't about perfection. It's about simplicity and consistency. Pick a few strong investments, automate your contribution, and then just relax knowing that your money is working hard for you in the background. It's honestly that easy. So now, if you enjoyed today's video and you found some helpful tips in this, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and push the notification bell for more on sustainable fashion, personal finance, and minimalism. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.